Okay, we are live coming from Red Bank, New Jersey at Earth Spirit New Age Center. This is the Third Eye Unplugged, where we do our occasional live readings a couple times a month with panel readings. And you can write in any question that you have, write it in the comments section, and we will try to get to it. Now, I noticed last time a lot of people wrote in after we were done. We're only doing answers while we're live. And if we don't get to you, I'm sorry. Sometimes Facebook gets a little weird and things get out of order for some reason. I'm sorry about that. We're trying to do the best we can. So tonight we have the Reverend Joycelyn Mitos, who is one of the co-owner of Earth Spirit New Age Center, here with me. And she's a psychic channel medium. We have Trish-Ann Josephs, who is a psychic, who uses tarot. We have the psychic Wendy Rapp, and she's also a psychic who uses tarot. And I am an astrologer. I'm Christopher Mitos, and we are actually all of us readers here at Earth Spirit New Age Center. So let me just see if we've got any type of things going on. No, I don't see anything. Let me take a look at the Facebook page. I see there's three types of things here. I'm just not sure what I'm looking at. Should I be looking at the actual Facebook page? Okay, because I'm not seeing any questions yet. So let's talk a little bit and see if anything shows up. Can you do me a favor? Can you grab my phone from my office? I have it plugged in. Let me see if there's anything on there I'm seeing. Make sure it's coming up right. Because usually we see something over here in the corner. So I make sure I'm hooked in here correctly.
Right.
Thank you so much. Okay. Oh. Yeah, we're doing it fine because.
Good. Yay.
Hi, Kim Ciarlo Petty. Hello.
Oh, hi.
She's one of yours?
Yes.
I know. I got it.
You know.
Yeah, yes, I do. Hi, Kim. Do you have any? And Kathy Cabernock says hi. Anybody have any questions so far? And Mario Becker Calabrese says hi.
Hello. Good to see you.
So if anybody has any questions, feel free to write them in. So just, we'll mention it again later, but our next broadcast will be on September 16th, which is a Sunday. We need a little time off. Okay, Erica Robinson joined.
Hey, Erica.
And JD Estrada called hello from Arizona.
Oh,
Hi.
hi, JD.
Hi. Okay.
Very cool.
Yes, Kim, you type it in. Yes, you don't do live. Erica did a wave.
Oh, okay.
Well, while we're waiting, Trish had an interesting point that she was talking to me about before we started.
Oh,
Is that
yes.
okay if we?
Sure.
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, points for or suggestions to get good readings. So when people come in, it helps. When people have a real strong leaning toward an outcome, they don't allow for the energy to flow, for the intuition to flow, and they're kind of like mentally forcing the outcome. So if you can come and sit down in a reading and be open, have an open mind and trust that the right actions or the right energy or the right information will be given to you, and you can relax with that. But if you're trying to force an answer, it just kind of skews and causes tension. I don't know.
And when you say force an answer, do you mean like you're telling them what you're seeing and then they're trying to interpret
Yeah,
it?
they want their
Yeah.
way to say they'll come out their way. Or no, that can't happen. This has to happen. And it's like, well.
Okay, we have a couple of financial questions.
Okay.
Okay, JD Estrada would like to know, ask if September my finances will get better. JD, what sign are you? And they're going to pull some cards, but I can take a quick look at your astrology. Marion, we'll get to you in just a second. I always feel like we should have the music going while we're doing it.
Oh, yeah. That's
Okay. Some sort of.
JD Estrada is a Virgo. So I would imagine, there's a good chance it'll be getting better overall. Right now, from my astrology review, while they're pulling some cards, Saturn's in Capricorn, which is what we call a trine to your sun sign, and Uranus is in Taurus for a little while. So we have what's called a grand trine. That is good for you for work because all the signs involved are financial signs, and they're making aspect to your sun from the ninth and the fifth house respectively. So there's going to be some good energy coming to you, opportunity. The thing for you though is to make sure you're motivated to get out and jump on it. Virgo tends to be a little uptight and we kind of wait for all the planets to align perfectly. I would just get on it and be out as much as you possibly can trying to change things for the better. Okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Right now, I get a feeling that you're a little bit apprehensive, but things have been going pretty good. I was going to say, what I would do is any investments that you have, right now, I would just sit on them for a little bit, but then I think what you need to do, you come up with some really nice cards toward the end. Right now, I think it's more apprehension. I was going to say be prudent with your money. Don't invest in new things, what you think are surefire things. Kind of look them through, think them through, and do some research on any kind of investment you want to do. But all in all, I get this beautiful, beautiful Three of Wands. It just means that things are moving, things are going. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe and trust the universe. But all in all, I think that by the time you get to like October or so, things are going to be a lot better. You got the Wheel of Fortune. I noticed you got the Wheel of Fortune too.
Yeah.
So in the end, it's all going to come out okay. It's just right now, don't do anything radical. Don't do anything foolhardily. Be careful what you invest in. Right now, have fun. I'm just going to say, enjoy things, have fun. Also, too, I'm just picking up something over here that maybe emotionally you're going through something or there's something emotional at this time. It's all going to move on. It's all going to clear away. And by the time you get to like October, good fortune's coming your way.
Okay. I'm seeing the opportunities that have been handed to you. You know what to do. So you have all the information, you have all the knowledge of what to do. So let it be okay, let it run its course. Things are up in the air, but it looks like at the core of it, you know what to do and how to handle the situation to make the right decisions. I also feel like there are some plans that you made with somebody or another person, but something, I'm not clear on the relationship, but I think the plans are going to end or not take form, or yeah. So you might have to put your plans with this other person aside for a while. But ultimately, it looks like you said for September, but I'm also hearing October, and it looks like you're going to be moving away from pain and sorrow into a nice, pleasant, balanced time where everything kind of just works out in a positive way. So
She's also said I'm trying to file for divorce too.
Okay.
That's
The
what it's going to end.
emotional
That's
stuff here.
And I am getting the plans with the other person is going to end. So yeah,
Okay. That makes sense, because I see you going through a period of struggle and like trying to figure things out, but they're showing me there's an ending coming very shortly. And I do see things ending well financially with the Nine of Cups, which is wishes come true. It's like the best positive outcome. But financially being stable and okay within the month of September.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, did I say anything?
no, I was going to say good luck with it.
Yeah, good
I
luck.
also wanted to say hello to Joanne Teal, my former neighbor, and she used to work for us too. She's opening up apparently a lovely little shop down in Maryland,
Oh, congratulations.
Gemstones.
Oh, wow.
And also Andrew Vivo says hello. We missed him at the Psychic Message Circle this week.
Hi, Andrew. I did miss you.
Beth Wagner says hello.
Hi, Cousin Beth. Hi.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about your animal passing on. My heart went out today when I saw that. I'm so sorry.
Joanne, if you want to ask questions, you got to write in. Okay, just write in the comments section. Right where you're writing now. Okay. JD Estrada says thank you. Blessings. And she says, I'm trying to secure my finances now. I will make a final move. Okay. So, and Andrew's saying, I will be at the next one.
Great,
We're gonna hold you to it.
great.
Okay, so going back to Mary Ann, when do you think my finances will improve? It's a finance time. Mary, what sign are you? Do you
I
know?
can't remember.
What sign are you? And who else am I saying hi to? Beth Wagner, and Kim Ciaro Petty. Kim, I'll get to you in a second. And Corey Mindy says, hello, hi everyone. Hello.
Hi, hi.
Oh, hi.
Mary is a Capricorn. You know, Capricorn's going through it right now. And Saturn, your sign, your planet is in your sign. And what that tends to mean is right now there's an opportunity, there's going to be opportunities in the near future to get what you want done, but all that heavy Saturn energy is on you. You need to get everything out of your life that no longer works for you. Now the problem is you guys tend to travel light. Capricorn is not like a hoarder sign. You tend to not really hang on to things materially. So I think this transit for a lot of Capricorns is letting go of patterns, letting go of old fears, learning to step outside your comfort zone a little bit. This energy will loosen up a little bit next year at this time, and there'll be positive energies before that. But there could be an opportunity with Uranus in your 5th house for something new showing up financially for you, new work-related situation. But still, things are kind of heavy. Let's see what the rest of them have to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting big changes. So whether they already occurred and it's leaving you in this place of little grief and sadness there, but it is like Chris was saying, I'm looking at the card that says it's time to not exactly pack up and go, but it's just like I'm finished here. So it's making a decision to move on to something better. I'm hearing acceptance is the way to go. So apparently you have to accept what has occurred. I'm seeing you knowing what to do in the future. Here we have you taking one step at a time. Nothing big grand, just one step in front of the next step. And it looks like there might be a change of home or a sale or property, but it feels like it's a good decision on your part, and it'll make you feel lighter by this change. And yes, we all regret losses in the past, but it's time for you to turn and look into the future, and it looks like your endings are necessary in order for a new beginning to happen.
Joyce, do you want to go?
You go first.
Okay, it's funny because that's what I'm seeing too, something about a house and moving on and a sale, but I'm also seeing a lot of worry about finances, but they're showing me that you're really in a really better balanced place than you're thinking. It's not as dire or as bad as you might be thinking it is right now. And a big decision involving a male, I guess that's your husband, but that being whatever decision he's thinking of, it's like he's double and double thinking it. It's the right decision. You should go for it. But I do see wherever this is you land. Are you moving again? Because I'm seeing what feels like a move, a house move, but it's the right option for the two of you and making things easier in your lives, financially and in other ways as well. So
I'm kind of feeling right now, you've been feeling emotional, but there's been a lot of good things happening at the same time. Kind of celebrations, good things happening. But right now I feel definitely I get worried and I get worry about finances. And it does involve a man. So it could possibly be your husband or your father, but involving some man. Some decision you had to make fairly recent about money. But I feel that whatever it is, you've made the right, it's like moving on. Again, I'm going to use that chariot, moving on, looking forward, not looking back. Don't keep thinking of the past and kind of move forward, get a forward-looking attitude. Right now, there's issues around the heart or the emotions that are kind of holding you back, or you're kind of revisiting in your consciousness, maybe things that have happened in the past. But you need to take a leap of faith. I really see a leap of faith. It's the rainbow. I always say there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So I think things are really looking better, but it may take a little bit of time before you get to that. I feel definitely it's coming up, and you may even have to wait I'm going to say another year or so before things begin to look a lot more clear. And also, too, you may have some kind of argument around money, or there may be somebody that you're not connecting with on a maybe a mental level, but it could even be on an emotional level. Just kind of let it pass by. I would say it's a good time right now to do some meditating and to do some work on yourself. Beautiful days of summer, I don't know, maybe where you live, but to enjoy nature and to kind of take a deep breath, and it will unfold. But just don't be caught up in your thinking all the time of worrying about it.
She says she's thinking about moving out of New Jersey. So
Well, there's moving here.
Yeah. if getting out of New Jersey makes your life easier, which it probably would for all of us. Like, we all want to, if all of us, if we moved out of New Jersey, our lives would be better. It's just so expensive here, but that's, okay, so, now going back here, Kim Charlo Petty would like to know if she will get her hernia mesh out soon in New York City, and will it be successful in Restore My Health? I think that's more of a Tara question. While they're pulling that, I'm going to say hi to some people that have joined in. Corey Mindy, hi everybody, hello.
Hi.
And Joanne, I'll get to your question in just a second. We're going to get this next. We're doing it kind of like triage. It comes up as it shows up. And Christina Petty says hello. And Rebecca Schoenhoff joined. Hey Rebecca, how you doing?
Hi, sweetie.
And Christine Petty has a question too, which we'll get to a little bit. We'll get to that after we get to a couple others. Megan Miller, you remember Megan? From Megan from years ago, Aquarius here.
Oh, yeah, sure.
She says hi, Kristen
Hi,
Joyson.
Megan.
And Marianne says thank you. Okay, so anybody have any?
I'll let you guys go first because I've
What is the
read
question
this
again?
recently.
This is from Kim Charlo Petty. Hi, I would like to know if I will get my hernia mesh out soon in New York City, and will it be successful and Restore My Health?
Okay, so I have you feeling very tired and worn out by the whole situation and experience, and you actually looking forward to feeling better. I'm just getting kind of lost because I feel in this energy, once you do get this out, you will feel so much better and so relaxed. And I really feel all that nice calmness coming through your whole system physically and emotionally. It looks like you've got terrific medical healthcare professionals around you, good doctors. And it looks like that this is coming up to be the perfect time for you to either take off of work or miss work by having this done. And it just feels like you have qualified medical practitioners around you. You've got a good system in place, so you'll feel much better when this is all taken care of. And I have a man that's real capable around you. So whether that's your doctor or your spouse, I don't know who this is, but it just feels like they want you to know everything will be fine. Maybe this is a God. Everything's going to be fine. So good luck.
And that's pretty much the reading I gave you this week, Kim. So I'm going to just say, yep, see validation. So I'll let Joyce know.
I don't get too much. I just get you're worrying a lot now about something you don't really need to worry about. That's what I'm getting. I feel that after the mesh is taken out, I feel that, and that's coming up. I get 6 days or 6 weeks, but it's going to be very successful. Everything is going really, really good. The only thing is, what I get is that there's going to be some limitations for a while. The Capricorn card, the Devil card, just says that's the only negative card you really had here, talking about what's coming up. And my sense is you may have to, for a while, you might have to limit your, maybe what you're doing physically, and that's going to bother you a little bit because I think you're an active person that wants to keep moving. But the 10 of this, the health is going to be good and everything's going to be fine. It's all going to be okay. So stop worrying. You know, as I said, you're going to have a little bit more after it's out. There's going to be a little bit more recovery time. So it's not like you're going to go right out and start, you know, working out at the gym or something. You're going to have to relax a little bit and let it heal completely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I just read her about that this week. So.
Okay. So we're moving along. Hold on, just making sure we're moving along. Okay. Joanne. Joanne is opening a store up in Maryland by where she lives on Park of Grace. And it's going to be mainly like a gemstone place, but she's doing some little artsy things. And what she wrote is, the store owner is now telling us that he needs another 6 weeks until at least October 1st. I found another location today that is actually better for us. Discussion with the realtor and rental agent has begun, but it's a matter of time. He wants to move his desk out to the storefront and let us rent it. Just needs some of what you feel. Well, the fact that it happened today after Mercury went direct last night is probably a sign when something new opens up after Mercury changes direction. Usually is a good sign. Right now, Jupiter is in Scorpio. I know you're a Pisces, so that's a good energy for you. That's opportunities coming in for a while. But to be fair, going into the fall, Jupiter is in the Sagittarius, which also makes some nice energies for you. So my good instinct is to go with it, but that's me. Now let's see what people who don't know you so well have to say.
The question is, should she go with the new one?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm seeing this being better location. It feels like it's even, I don't know if it sees better foot traffic or people seeing it easier. I just feel like it's easier for customers, clientele to access it, know it's there. I'm seeing it being a good move for you.
I would tend to agree with Wendy. I'm getting the new direction is the thing for you to do, and it's been presented to you by a man. New opportunity brings you more money in the future. And even though you may not, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Because it feels like you don't know what to do. It's, I don't know what this is, but I'm getting some sort of connection with you and another person, something about the new space. So maybe this is a business neighbor or something like this. I do have the Capricorn card here too. I don't know what needs new work. Maybe the new space needs a little extra work or something in the interior to get it to where you want. But it looks like coming this fall, you're going to be ready to pick up and go.
Okay, so the next one.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I'm sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say, you went already.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
Joanne, what I'm kind of seeing here is right now, it was kind of a disappointment. I think that you were really kind of looking forward to this and your mind was going and it was something that you were really kind of looking forward to. And, but right now you've got some cards telling me that I think what is coming up is going to be a lot better. Okay, I don't know if it's going to flow as easily as what you think it's going to be. I think there's going to be some things that come up that you are going to have to iron out with the owner. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it will work itself out. But I think that it's not going to flow into it as quickly. But I get the same thing. I feel by the fall. My sense is maybe more around November. October, I think you're going to have this thing all really manifested, and you're going to be going, girl. You're going to be going. And I see your husband very involved in this too. So it's not like you're doing it alone. I feel that you and him are going to somehow be very active in this.
Okay, so the next question is Christina Petty. Would like to know, she's Aquarius, and she would like to know if she's going to become a nurse in the future. I currently attend a four-year college where I have made many friends. Well, you're an Aquarius, of course you have. However, I cannot pursue this career here. I have considered a new opportunity, but I'm transferring by home to a two-year school where I'm immediately begun on my career path. However, I will also not know many people at first. Could this be a good decision to transfer schools? Well, my general, there's not a lot affecting Aquarius right now from my perspective, but I mean, Mars is in Aquarius, a retrograded back, that's going to be in your sign for the next month or so. It's a good time to make decisions, but anytime an Aquarius has an opportunity to do something different, I think that's usually the right way to go. And you'll make new friends. You're an Aquarius. So.
and Christina, I just read on that about 2 days ago, so I'm going to let the other ladies take care of this.
Okay, so yeah, I've got the idea. Your idea to move is a good decision, and it's almost like you're not making the plans yourself. There's someone helping you make plans. I'm not sure what that's all about, but I do feel there's an ending for you. So the ending of this school, and you've got good fortune coming into the new. So where you're going is going to be very positive for you. It's a new opportunity. It looks like that it might be more challenging classes. I don't know, but it looks like you'll be working hard. And you'll have no issues with meeting people and forming a new community. And I do feel that there's a man that somehow is very important to this. So maybe in the new school you meet an instructor or a mentor, or maybe it's someone from your personal life that comes into your life. But it looks very positive for the new change.
What I'm picking up here too is I'm feeling that the opportunity is a great opportunity. I think you really need to move forward. I think you're stuck. I think you need to do this. I think it's really important. I do think you said, are you going to be a nurse? I feel, yeah, definitely. I do see this. It's going to take a little bit more time, but I feel that the change is a good change. And I feel over here with the Seven of Cups, a little bit of a feeling of like, you are going to miss some people that you know. I think you're going to have to kind of get used to the situation. But as an Aquarius myself, you know what? You'll get over it. It won't take long before you meet a lot of new friends and people that are, similar to yourself and share the same goal. And I just feel, I always like this card, and it's a torch in the talk deck. And there's so many meanings to it, but I always think about the Olympics when they're running and the torch is passed and the next country gets it and runs with it. I always say, you know what? Grab the torch and run with it. Don't hold yourself back, because you are going to be a nurse, and that's your destiny.
Yeah.
Okay, is that everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep attention on every multitasking here. Beth Wagner would like to know, do you see my health issues getting better? I asked her what sign she is, but she hasn't gotten back to me, and so what we will
I didn't know.
take care. Oh, she's somebody you know?
Beth is my cousin.
Oh!
Beth lives in Ohio. She's
Right.
She's our genealogist. She knows everything about our family.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't you know your whole family astrology?
No problem.
Going back generations and generations?
Christina Petty says, thank you so much.
Oh,
You're welcome, honey.
hey, that could be a new, that would be interesting, the astrology of your family.
Beth is a Libra.
Oh, she's a Queen of Swords.
Libra, things kind of suck right now for Libra. Saturn's in Capricorn, Pluto's in Capricorn. That's kind of a tough energy. It's time to let go of the past. As far as health issues, this isn't a transit that will ever kill you, but it's a transit of, if there's health issues, you have to listen to what's being told to you. Saturn's in Capricorn, which means you got to listen to authority. You have to listen to whatever the higher wisdom is around you, and you have to listen to whatever advice is being given to you. Jupiter moves into Sag in the fall, which is a nice energy for you. Mars trine your sun. Over the next month or two, if there's any type of minor procedure that needs to be done, it's a good time to do it. It'll take care of problems. But look at making some lifestyle changes. When Saturn square our sun, it's time for us to think about making some changes to how we eat, even how we sleep, our patterns, everything else. I'll let them take care of
Yeah,
that.
I have to say, they're showing me there's something that might have been on your mind that, like, oh, maybe I should get that checked out, and you're kind of sorry you did, because you're seeing it is something that you need to address. However, I'm seeing there's someone here, looks like a medical professional, who is giving you the right advice. You're making some positive changes. It's going to take time. Whatever this course of treatment is, it's just something you need to be patient with and let it take time. But I'm seeing you having recovered health or better health coming in.
Okay, and I'm just feeling that you're very just stressed out right now about some news or something you have to deal with, but there is a positive action that you can take, and you're like, I don't want to, but it's okay, it's okay. I do feel like there's going to be some changes in the home. I don't know if you're thinking about redoing something in the home, maybe to make life easier for you. I'm not sure, but whatever changes you make are very positive, and you'll be pleased with the results. I do have you taking care of something physically, a procedure or something, and it looks like it's necessary, and it'll, when it's over, you'll be like, okay, this was a wise choice. I have a man here who cares or is helping take care of you, whether that's a medical professional or a personal friend or family member. They're there, and it's going to be difficult, but you'll see your way through.
Well, I don't see anything that's urgent or imminent. I feel it's something that's been going on for a while. There's a lot of emotional stuff here. A lot of emotional stuff. That maybe even some of your physical problems could be emotional, have an emotional basis to it. I feel that you need to take care of yourself, definitely. And also a little bit wondering, is there anything like, I don't know anything about your health or anything, but anything to do with your, like diabetes? Do you have anything to do with water, kidneys, anything sort of to do with that? Because it's kind of an emotional kind of a feeling. All in all, I feel that you're going to be fine. I don't worry about that. But I do agree with my co-readers here, I guess, that, you know, you have to take what's at hand. But I get a feeling come springtime, I hate to put it way in springtime, but I feel like next, I don't know, April, May or something, whatever you're going through now is going to be a whole lot better. So my sense is just to hang in there and take care of things as they come up. There's nothing here telling me you're going to die or go to heaven or anything. It just means to tell.
Or hell.
Or hell.
Don't forget hell.
Right away. Let's put it right away. But I think that there's some emotional stuff, and I think there is somebody you need to resolve something with. There's some kind of resolution that you need to resolve something. I have no idea, but you need to kind of look at that and kind of, but I feel too, you're the mother. I don't know, I know your mother, our family, but I feel that you are a very giving person, and I love that. They give some of that love and all that beautiful energy, give it to yourself also. But you're going to be okay, honey. You're going to be fine. Just take care of things as they come along.
Is that everybody?
Yes.
Okay, now we have a psychic question that doesn't probably involve me at all. Corey Mindy would like to know, my ex-mother-in-law, who I was very close with, passed away a year ago. My best friend also passed away in May. Just curious if there are any messages from either of them.
This is Mindy. Her name is Mindy.
Corey Mindy.
Corey Mindy.
Corey Mindy.
Okay.
Silence.
So who are the two people, her friend and?
Her mother-in-law
Mother-in-law.
and
Okay.
a friend, yeah, and a close friend.
Is it a male friend?
Is it a male friend, Corey? Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, Rebecca's showing off. Libra's going through a hard time, but it's a good time. Megan Miller says, I have no questions. My life is pretty decent, but this is fascinating. Thank you, Megan.
Well, every time I start.
It's a woman. Her friend's a woman.
Okay.
Every time I start looking at it, it's like my attention gets drifted. So I'm having a hard time focusing on the energy. So if anybody else has something.
I have to be honest, I'm not getting a message from either.
My sense that the friend that is a woman, not the mother-in-law, there is somebody else that, a male energy that she's very connected to. And it didn't come to full closure. It's still up in the air. It needs to come to closure. And I also feel there's a woman who is grieving about this. And I don't know if it's you, but there's a lot of grief. My sense is that the person's fine. If you're wondering about if they transitioned and they're okay. I need to tell you they're okay. But there is a male energy that is around that the person loved or was very, very close to. Your mother-in-law, I'm kind of get a feeling with her that she, I feel that she loves you very much. I don't know whether, is your husband, is he a fire sign? Is he a Sag or a Leo or an Aries? Because my sense is that she thinks of you very much as a part of the family, always loving you. So you did something good for her. There's like something good for her. And it's more like a kind of a feeling of like gratitude for all that you've done. And again, I get that same feeling that she's okay. She's transitioned. She's okay. that whatever you did for her, whatever you've done for your son, her son, that she approves of this, and it's just a lot of love.
Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of follow along on your lines, Joyce. Then I am getting a lot of energy about your spouse, and I guess that's coming from his mom, your mother-in-law who's passed. And she's saying there's 2 new beginnings for you and your family, 2 new beginnings, one in the fall and one in the winter. And she really likes the connection between the 2 of you. So that's really kind of what I'm getting, I guess, from your mother-in-law. And for your friend, it just feels like that there's some sort of balance that still needs to occur in her life, or with the events in her life, that she's still trying to work at balancing things, but she thanks you for your love and caring.
And Corey, I'm sorry, I'm just not getting anything. I have to be honest. I'm just not getting anything. I'm sorry.
Sometimes it's hard for things to come through.
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially doing a channeled messages, sometimes you have to have the person there with you. It's such a thing that people have a hard time understanding. Sometimes you need the person there with you to kind of pick up, not like you're reading their faces, but just to pick up their energy.
Yeah.
My mom's kind of good at doing
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna
She
say-
can do it. She's an Aquarius. She can pick stuff up around the world. But
Yeah. If you sit with me, it's a whole lot easier. I can just pick up a lot easier. I mean, I'm getting some names and stuff, but I don't know if it really means anything. But I feel that both of them have transitioned. I think that they're just very grateful that, that you have been in their lives.
she said her son and I got divorced a couple of years ago, but we stayed in touch.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to move along to, what did I get to? Okay, we got Corey Mindy, and then we got Heather Johnson, finally cut off with your love and light. Oh, Andrew Vivo. I have a friend who is a Sagittarius Pisces ascendant who just initiated a divorce. Wonder how things will be going for her in the coming months. Jupiter was in a Sagittarius in the middle of November. That is the planet that rules Jupiter, moving into Jupiter's sign. So Sagittarian people are going to be very happy for about a year. Maybe a little extravagant, maybe a little over the top, possibly doing all the things that they have been wanting to do when they were trapped. In transiting Jupiter is making a favorable aspect to her ascendant right now. So things shouldn't be all bad, but there's still Neptune floating around with both her ascendant and her sun. So sun sign. So what I would tell her is this: first of all, before she signs anything, have everything looked over carefully, because a lot of times during a transit like this, we get taken advantage of. I would also think before I do anything crazy. Sagittarius has a way of jumping into things without thinking. And this is a time there might be a little bit more of a need of doing that, focusing a little bit more on possible implications or ramifications of things. So see what they have to say.
Well, I actually see that moving on with the divorce is the right thing for you to do. I have to agree with Chris. There is something where I feel like you might.
It's not. It's her friend. It's his friend.
Oh,
It's a woman who he's friends with.
right. Okay. Yeah, that I remember. Okay. But no, I agree with Chris when he said that there might be some issues with them signing something during this time, because I kind of feel like that person's going to get screwed if they're not careful. Pardon my French. But it's like they need to be very, very careful not to agree to anything too quickly. I do think there might be some issues surrounding money with this divorce as she moves forward. But if she's careful, if she slows down a little bit, then I'm seeing it working out okay.
Okay, I agree with Wendy in terms of, I think this divorce is the best thing that this person and her spouses could do right now. It'll be a new beginning for the both of them. I feel like there's, she wants to move forward quickly. Of course, you want to get this all resolved and everything, but it's going to be delayed, or there's going to be some issues that she has to deal with. There is a danger of her just glossing over things, like both of them said, and she needs to be careful and be detailed about this. And it looks like taking advice from her attorney is the way to go to do this. It's a new beginning. It might be hard, but this is all going to turn out for the best.
I feel that she's going to be very happy to be free and liberated. And I think that somehow in her mind, there's either somebody else or she's looking towards somebody else, but she's unclear about that yet. Right now, she's done an awful lot of sacrifice in her life. either to her husband or family or whatever, but she's just tired and she needs to be her own person. She just gave a lot. She's a little concerned about money and worried how the money situation, and she might find herself having to sacrifice something around money. But I think in the end, it will be settled. But I think that some of the things that she feels that she's entitled to, she may not actually get what she's hoping for. But she's going to move forward. The only thing is I'm going to say is that to be cautious about a new relationship. I just get cautious around a new relationship. It will come, it will end. There might be a little bit of a turmoil around the divorce between her and her husband. There might be some turmoil come up. But in the end, you've got to keep your resolve and you've got to reach for the stars. You know what you want, go for it, and don't let anything hold you back. But it's going to be a bumpy road.
Okay. Okay, the next one comes from Kasha Banks. And after that, Heather, hold on, we'll get with you in just a second. Kasha Banks, how do I stop negative energy from others from affecting me? And will I be able to feel hopeful and excited about life again? Or is that not the purpose? She's an Aquarius. Negative people, that's a tough one. You know, it's everywhere right now. I would tell you, turn off the TV, turn off the phone, turn off the
Yes.
computer. Go out into nature, go to the beach, go to the mountains. But there's very specific ways of keeping people from affecting you in a negative way. Imagine sort of like a circle of energy around you that lets the positive in and keeps the negative out. But negative people, it's like negative energies in people. It's almost like bullies in high school. The more attention you give them, the more they grow. So sometimes not defiantly ignoring it, just pretending it's not there. I know that sounds like denial, but sometimes just not even acting on it. This isn't one I'm great at, but it certainly does help.
Yeah, I'd agree with Chris. It's trying to ignore it as best you can, shielding yourself in the divine light every day. And just imagine only love can come through that light and only love goes out. So this is the hard part when there are people around you who are negative. Try to send them positive, loving vibes, even if they're really getting on your nerves. We all understand what that's like. But you'll be surprised how much power you're taking back and how much you are diminishing the effect they have on you when you send them loving energy. When you just see them as children who don't understand what they're doing, send them loving energy. And what was the second part of her question? About
How do I stop negative energy from others from affecting me? And will I be able to feel hopeful and excited about life again? Or is that just not the purpose?
Oh no, that it is your purpose. I don't want to grab everything, but that you're not supposed to be feeling hopeless. So there is something better coming in for you, but I'll let them. Oh, I want to grab.
But I agree with both Chris and Wendy talking about not giving the bullies or the people whose energy you're feeling importance. It's almost like a fly, swoosh, and so it's completely unimportant to you. And so if you get to that point, or try each time to get to that point, it helps. And I just pulled some cards as everyone was talking, and it looks like that you're getting ready to enjoy life. It looks like you're making the right choices now. Any choices that you're making to end or change, like a workplace or work is very positive. And I think you're going to go for a big change in your life soon, whether that's a move or a change in job or a relationship. But it looks like, it really feels like you need a new place to live or feel comfortable at home. So good luck with all of that. And all the negative stuff, it's just a little fly, click it away. And it really does help. It's like treating things like children. You're just a little child. It's okay. And then move on.
When we say these things, we're not being as dismissive as it might sound. All of us
Oh,
are in a career
yeah.
that we're dealing with this
Constantly.
all day long. You know, poor Rob has to deal with the brunt of it at the counter generally with people, but we all have to deal with different levels of people just having heavy negative energies, and this is how everybody deals with it.
Or tries to deal with it.
I mean,
You want
I think you do a good job. I was.
You want my take on it?
Of course.
Stop being a sponge for it. Stop letting it affect you. I believe the power of thought, the power of mind.
She's an Aquarius, just like.
I'm an
Oh,
Aquarius,
yeah.
so the power of mind. I think each day, I say the first minute or two, but before we start our day, we can kind of program ourselves. And I think I try to do this, and I think I'm very successful most of the time, in trying to see and to envision a positive environment for myself, and to also know that everyone that I'm going to meet in some way is on their path. But we may not agree with their path. We may not believe with the energy they're putting out, but somehow they need to be honored. But to also not allow their negative thoughts or their feelings to be able to get into your consciousness, because I don't know if it's so much energy as it is mentally agreeing with them. It's like you're having this kind of mental thing that you're agreeing. The bully part, I agree with the bully part. And people who have this kind of an attitude, some people are just negative. It may not be bully, they just may negative. They may have been gone through a lot of stuff in their life, and they may have terrible home situations going on. But you know, really, it has nothing to do with you or me. It really is what is going on with them. I think Reiki is a wonderful thing if you ever get a chance to study Reiki and to learn Reiki. But to Reiki yourself, put a light all around you, and know that you can be a blessing, not to be a sponge, but instead of getting the dark energy or the negative energy, yourself put out the white light energy. So that'll dissipate it. And before it even touches you, it'll already have I'm going to say, become invisible. It's not going to get to you. So I think a lot has to do with thinking. Just, hold yourself in the light and love yourself. And even the people that are the bullies and the people that are negative, love them too. But you don't have to love what they're doing, and you don't have to love what they're saying. So it's kind of an impersonal love. And just, I think, kind of let it, I always say when somebody's saying something negative, there's something negative, I always imagine it kind of going over my shoulder, and on the other side, the big garbage can. It all goes in a garbage can. And I think that, and then after they're with you and you heard all the garbage, just imagine a big angel coming, putting a lid on it and flying out the window with it. But a lot of it depends upon your own thinking and allowing it to happen. You're fine. You're fine. You'll do fine, but we all have to go through it. And it's like Chris said, Rob, he's got the brunt of it. But, you're okay. Just be a warrior.
Carry a citrine. A citrine is a great stone. It works for the solar plexus. With a lot of Aquarian people have a problem with their center here. There's such a need to be liked by everybody that they'll go too far. And sometimes carrying that gives you a little bit of the Leo energy, holds you in place, keeps people from pushing you around.
It's the solar plexus. I think of Wonder Woman. Doesn't she have a great big buckle?
Oh, the gold belt.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Put your gold belt on, and anything come your way, it's going to deflect. It's going to deflect that. It's not going to touch it.
Okay, we got to move on here. So Heather Johnson wants to know, wondering if a business I'm working on will finally come to profitability. I stress about it a lot. I'm a Virgo. Honey, Virgos stress from the moment they're born to the moment they die. And even after they're dead, they're still stressed. Right now, Saturn is in Capricorn. Listen to me, I'm a Virgo, and I'm telling you this. Hard work leads to profitable results. It may seem a little bit right now like you're spinning your tires. Just keep putting energy in every day. Don't get deterred by everything life throws at you. You will work through it, and within about a year or so, you're going to see a lot of positive changes. But just hang in there. It's almost like the dark before the storm. Putting in as much energy as you can right now, but good's going to come from it. Saturn and trine to our sun. It's a transit that happens in this particular angle once every 30 years. And when it does, it's good for career and profession in general. So yes, it will, but it's going to be some more work.
Is she an independent contractor? Are you an independent contractor, or is this your own business?
Running a business I'm working on will find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I do see you stressing a lot about the financial side of it, and they're saying you need to focus on the reason that, yes, we need money to live. I'm another Virgo, so I get it. But it's remembering the reason you started this and keep that joy in front of you, and that's what's going to help move you forward and open up new opportunities for you. I do see finances improving. I really feel like by the end of the year, you're feeling very strong in whatever this space is that you're creating. So keep going.
All right, I'm getting hard work turns into success. So that's a definite, keep on putting all your effort into it because it's got a good, your target is correct. And if someone offers you help or you're working with a partner or something in this, take their help. Allow that to happen. And it looks like a relationship between you and another person, whether it's family or friends, is going to work out very well. It does look like that you're thinking of moving, or that maybe you want to save money and you're like, I don't want to do this. It's okay. You're making the right decisions. It's okay. You're making the right decisions. That's what I keep hearing your guides saying to you. It's okay. You're making the right decisions.
Well, what I'm picking up here too is, I think that whatever you do, you've got to love it. That's the most important thing. You've got to love it. You've got to look at detail, but not too much, because I know you're a Virgo. It's a time to look at whatever. Are you in the business? Is she in the business already, or is she contemplating the business?
I do.
Okay, so whatever it is, there are things that you can do without. That there are things that aren't necessary that you can do without. I see some kind of a contract coming up. I don't know whether it's going to be signing some kind of a lease or some kind of a contract. Could be with a man, but there's some kind of a contract coming up. It's actually going to be for the better. I'm going to say this could be, well, I'm going to say in the fall. Again, I'm going to pick up the fall. I'm going to say maybe October, maybe November, some kind of a contract. But there's some kind of a romantic issue here too, that I'm not quite sure what that's about. But there's some kind of a romantic issue that's on your mind. So I think that you have to kind of, it appears, I mean, the cards you're getting, it just appears that you've got to, it could be old stuff that you're still thinking about. So what you're doing, you have to get fully present with whatever you are and kind of get your life together. It's a hard thing to say, but it's going to happen. But it's like you're thinking too much. It's like your mind is kind of in 10 different places.
Virgo, really?
I got 10, so that's why
I'm kidding, Virgo. But she's saying I have a business, but trying to move it forward.
Yeah, my sense is it's going to happen, but there is some kind of contract you may have to sign, some kind of a contract. And again, I don't know if there's anything, because you've got some cards that really talk about the heart and talk about some romantic or issues around love. And they're going to get resolved, but it seems like it needs something to be worked on. I have no idea, because we're not reading about that, but you know, that's another reading, okay? But you're going to be successful. It's going to be good. You've got a great card.
Okay. So Christine Peters joined. I wanted to say hi to Christine because I love her so much. And she's my friend down in Alabama right now.
Oh, wow. Alabama.
Yeah. She was actually the first reading we did on here live.
Oh.
Okay, Rebecca Schoenoff wants to know, Libra here. Life has been in high transition over the last 8 years, especially the last 2. What can you sense and tell me about the next few years? Well, as far as an astrologer's perspective, Saturn's still in Capricorn, and we got Pluto in Capricorn, so there's still some more. Embrace the change, go with it. This fall, Jupiter moves into Sagittarius, which for you is it's a third house transit, which has to do with communication, has to do with short-term travel and agreements and contracts. There should be a forward movement then for you. But Mars should be moving into Aquarius. It's in Capricorn. It's back in Capricorn now, which is probably why you're feeling a little. But in another couple of weeks, it moves back into Aquarius for a bit. So you'll be able to fall. You'll be able to make some big changes for yourself. The big thing for you is going to be about 2 or 3 years from now. We'll get everything piling up in Aquarius. That'll be a really good time for you. Okay, see what else. I know her, so I don't want to give too much in there. It's hard when you know people.
Pardon me, if you had something right there.
Well, it looks like whatever new opportunity that you've taken hold of, it's going to be work, but it's well worth the effort. I don't know. I have Chris. Do you know her? Does she have children?
Yes, I do.
Does she have children?
Yes, she has 2 of them.
Okay, 2. Yeah, I have 2 kids. I have 2 children here.
They're both older though.
Right, but I just have maybe one's getting married or one's getting a new job and a good job, a new corporation or something. But I have a lot of things to do with family celebration or just good news. And because you asked for the next couple of years, right? So yeah, I guess that would be life changes, and so you have good news in dealing with family, and it looks like. Maybe spouse wants to, or somebody with you wants to travel, so that might be something. But it looks like that you're used to having great ideas or new ideas, and so your mind's already starting to go with what am I going to do. But I think family detours will come in, and you'll have to use that energy for maybe handling good news with family.
I'm getting that you need to do more writing. I don't know what that's about, but writing, okay. And I feel the same thing, something celebration. I feel around daughter or daughters, something happy like celebration. I feel that kind of a feeling. I also see the work hard here, but I feel that you're putting a lot of effort, but it's going to definitely have its reward. But there's something really around art and creativity that is going to be, it's a love of yours, and I think that you need to pursue that a little bit more. Contracts, again, some kind of a contract. I don't know anything about, are you in front of a lot of people? Because it seems like people look up to you, they put you on a pedestal, and I almost feel like if you're doing some kind of teaching, some kind of, you also too, I mean, I know that you do healing work, and I think that you don't want to give that up. You really don't want to give that up, because that's very important. I just feel there is the next 2 or 3 years, there's going to be some challenges, and I think once you get past that, I get a feeling that things are going to really open up for you, and you're going to feel more like, wow, this is what I was waiting for. Okay, so that's basically what I'm picking up.
She was reflective of two things. First thing she wrote was so true. My youngest is going to college. My oldest is graduating next May. And she wrote, yes, writing daughter is going to college. So,
Yeah. Okay, because I'm definitely seeing that there's some creative energy that you need to get back to or get involved with. So if that's the writing, just for the joy of it. But I'm seeing this being something really good for you.
And she says, thank you. I just also want to reflect that Heather Johnson before wrote, she's the one who was the business. Yes, thinking too much. I'm a mom, married 30 years. My business is my passion. Just needed to balance better. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. We're at the limit of, we've got some more questions we're going to address, whatever's in here now. But anything new, I can't, because we're going to run out of time. So, okay. So after Rebecca Schoenwolf, Christine Peters wants to know, hey, y'all, and I was wrong, instead of Alabama, it's Mississippi.
Oh.
The southern states all confuse me. I'm sorry, honey, but okay. So, great food, I'm sure, but okay. Hey, y'all, I'm looking to re-enter the working world. We'll be working in the same industry I have before. True Gemini here. She got a Virgo rising and a Virgo moon, so she has.
What was the industry?
Online sales.
Oh.
Yeah, online sales.
Yeehaw. A lot of mental energy. She's a thinker.
She's a thinker.
Ooh. Maybe you should take a break. Take a break, because it looks like you project everything mentally before action takes hold. And you think of, I don't know, it just feels like you take a scenario through from start to finish with all the different possibilities, making me tired just even thinking about it. So I have, new opportunities, but then oh no, it's not gonna work out, So just take a break, give yourself a break. It is a good move for you. I guess this is a new place of residence.
She moved down there a couple of years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this was the right choice according to the cards that I pulled for you. And I guess you did it. Did she do it for a spouse moving? Did she go with a husband?
In a sense.
Okay.
In a sense, but he's gone now.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Oh, so yes, it
He
does
moved
make
on.
sense.
He's in the
He's
spirit
moved on.
world now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, spirit world. Well, then that's why he's in my little card reading for you. He apparently looking after you, and that's nice. So, take a breath, calm your mind. You're on the right path.
It's showing me that you're a very hard worker. You put once you get an idea, boom, you're just out the door with it. But I do see you being very successful with whatever this idea is coming in. I actually see you enjoying the work too. I don't know if you said you're going back to what you used to do, but it feels like you're doing it differently or doing it with something different. There's something different about it that I just see you enjoying more. But I'm seeing you being very successful. So go for it.
I think I'm feeling too that there's just a lot of mental stress all the time. You're being very hard on yourself. You're just thinking and worrying too much. You really are. You've just got to stop doing that. I really feel there's a deep transition going on with you right now. It's almost like you're revisiting all your whole life and what you're planning to do in the future. There's going to be a lot of new beginnings. I just get this. And I just get a feeling is to think things through, but not too much. To get out a little bit more, to enjoy nature a little bit more, but to kind of hang in there. Don't get discouraged. Don't get disgruntled about anything. I don't know if you have any children, but I feel that there is a loving person around you. I feel could be a child, but somebody that's family-like, that is there to support you. Maybe not with you physically, but they're emotionally there to support you. And it's interesting, because I feel success, but I also feel a little bit of, we've got some Venus here, that there's going to be some love in your life. There may already be some love in your life, but if it's not, it's coming your way. And I think that you really have to open yourself to it when it does come.
I haven't told them anything about you. Do any of you get a feeling about her doing psychic work? Because I think she'd be good doing psychic work. She already been working, doing channeling work and stuff for a long time.
Oh, keep up with it.
Yeah.
Definitely keep up with it.
Oh, channeling work?
Definitely.
Well, just says like psychic work in general, yeah.
Yes, psychic work.
Oh,
in
yeah.
general.
Yeah.
The only thing is I'm going to tell her,
Yes.
she's got to polish up
Yes.
with it. Don't get discouraged. It'll grow. And I'm going to say she's born with the quality. This tells me she's
Yeah.
born. And also you have the ability to talk to spirit. It's
Yes.
there.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
that's
saying
what
you're
I'm
very
saying.
well
Talk to
connected.
spirit.
Very well connected and talk to spirit, yeah.
Okay, so we're kind of winding up here. We've got AG, please bear with me here because I am never good at pronouncing. Babylona Verano. Hi, March 31st to your Aries. Can you tell me how my future is going looking at my current job? Is there any possibility of moving up? Thanks. Well, with that birthday, Saturn has been in square with your sun. So yes, there is a focus on career. Yes, if with the right amount of effort, there will be positive change. The problem here is this. Aries people have a way of being a little overly assertive. And right now, that Saturn transit might, as long as you take everything in a slow, deliberate way, you'll be fine. There's a great opportunity for forward advancement, especially in the fall when Jupiter moves into Sagittarius. Like all the way through the holiday season, even into the beginning of the year, there's a good energy. Slow, patient, careful, focused energy. Don't try to push at something really quickly and strongly at once, because there could be a real problem with that. Saturn in Capricorn's energy for Aries people is teaching you to be patient, which is not something that you like to do. So that's the energy you're having to learn right now. It's good, but it's going to take a little while.
I'm getting the same thing. I'm getting that you're feeling kind of trapped where you are. I feel you've let someone know. I feel like this is within the space you're in. You've let someone know you're anxious for that next, step on the ladder kind of thing. And the opportunity coming in, but you do have to be patient. I almost feel like you're thinking they promised you something and then they forgot, or they were promised and made an empty promise and they're not going to follow. They are going to follow through. They just need to get things in order. So just be patient.
I was going to say something's not going to go the way you wanted it to go. I feel that you're going to have to sort of reinvent yourself a little bit. I think that you've got the energy to do so. It's an interesting thing to say. I almost feel like you have to take a course in something, or you have to go back to school. It's like something else you need to learn. But I think that you are a go-getter. If you're not, you should be, because you've got the energy for it. You might find yourself doing a little bit more travel. It could be around work, going from one place to the other. There's going to be some opportunities there. And I think that you need to be a little bit more optimistic. I just get a feeling that you're kind of your own worst enemy. I think you need to take it down a peg. And I think you sort of enjoy the beauty of the summer at this time of year, and not to kind of beat yourself up because something hasn't gone the way you wanted it to. It's going to open up, but it just may take a little time. And there's something you need to know that you don't know yet. And that's once you grasp that, it's going to propel you ahead to a much more profitable and happier future.
Okay, yeah, I agree with everyone here. Racing forward or trying to make things happen is not going to work. Going step by step and taking it a slow pace, thoughtful pace is going to work for you. I do feel like there's a new beginning for you. Yeah, and it also feels like, you know, what was promised or what you thought was promised is not going to happen. It's just going to be a little differently. Someone is going to be helping you and guiding you. And so it's a time for trust, and also I got the healing card here, and nurturing yourself. So it's time just to take care of yourself, take stock of yourself, and know that your career is going to kind of fall into place.
Okay. Someone named Danielle Chase wanted to say that hi. She just found out about us. It's not a question. Just wanted to say next time she's going to get on earlier and say hi. So, hi. Okay. Well, and now Russell said hello. Hello. So our next show will be on Sunday, September 16th at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And have your questions all ready for us then, and we'll try to get to everyone then. So thanks everybody for coming on tonight. Andrew Vivo says, "You all rock. Thanks for doing this. See you soon." Now, we might have you on sometime with us. That might be a fun thing.
Yeah, hey, that would be good.
So thanks everybody for tuning in and asking questions and being part of it. So
Thank you.
until next time, everybody have a great month. Okay.
Let's
Okay.
say,
Take care.